Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Pete from Edit Cellar. Welcome to the cellar. Wanted to go over a review today. So I've been shooting with the GH3 for a little under a year now, and I've used a whole bunch of equipment, some of which I reviewed on here before. But I wanted to go over this new cage that had recently come out that I added to my collection that opened up a whole world of versatility for me. And really, if I was getting a new GH3, this would probably be the rig I would start off with because it's so affordable, just like the camera is. So first things I want to do is let's break this down a little, and I'll show you exactly what I got here, and then we'll go through each piece and how it works and how I came about it. So originally, when I first got the GH3, I was shooting on the Cinev8 Simplest Solo, and it was pretty good. But as I started to add a bunch of other pieces to it, I felt like I needed a more stable rig. So what I wound up getting was the Manfrotto, the Captain Stubling rig, not Manfrotto, I'm sorry, the Captain Stubling rig from Red Rock Micro. And what happened was, I love that rig, absolutely love that rig. But again, it's a nice size rig, and sometimes, even though it's meant for run and gun and it's light and so forth and so on, sometimes you want to stay even more discreet, and you want to be even more compact when you're running a gun, and especially in small tight situations and so forth and so on. So enter the Hanu cage, which was reviewed actually by, I believe, either Cheesy Cam or Blunty on YouTube, and man, I mean, they did a phenomenal job. But I wanted to go over some things that I noticed from shooting with it, and some of the reasons why I absolutely love this cage. So let's take off my little thing here and show you exactly what this piece is and how it comes together and how it works, and what I like about it and what I don't. So first things first is it is an extremely light cage. It fits perfectly for the GH3, as it's built specifically for the GH3. This is not a cage that can be on multiple cameras. You can use it on other cameras, but it is built specifically for the GH3, and as you can see, everything lines up perfectly. As a matter of fact, it's got all access to both the battery at below, which is kind of cool, so I can pop out the camera, and then also the card. Here you can see you have a nice little hole here, so I can pop out the SD card. The only thing, which I guess is something you have to live with, or so forth and so on, while these are completely accessible here, the only issue I ever have with this cage, is that if I'm going anywhere really high and I'm trying to shoot low, the LCD screen doesn't bend all the way like it normally would. But it's such a small, minor, insignificant thing that it really doesn't matter. I mean, that would be the only thing, and the fact that you get all of these holes on this side anyway is probably more valuable than being able to flip that way, because I could always throw a screen on here if I needed to. So long story short, this is basically the cage. It's extremely light and extremely well made, sturdy. It's tough. It's durable. It doesn't really get scratched much. It's just a quality piece of equipment from Fugen and Hanu. But what I really like about this cage is what you can do to it and how you can add to it to create really kind of like your own handheld rig for a very affordable price. I believe we're under $400 in total, not counting my H4n, because you don't actually need extra sound. So let me show you what pieces I've added. So originally I started with the Cinev8 Rig, Simplest Solo, and I had a couple of extra accessories. And one of the cool accessories that they have is these things called grip sticks, the universal accessory mount. And what this thing does is it basically has 2 1/4-inch screws, which fit into the multiple holes that we have on this cage. You can see we have all different 1/4-inch sizes, as well as multiple other sizes, 1/2 inch and so forth and so on. So what I do here is you can put this anywhere and kind of maneuver the cage and design it however you want, because you have them all along the side, you have them all along here, you even have a couple down here, and you have them up top. And which I find most incredible about this thing is just it's so easy to set up, and it's so versatile because of the amount of holes that you have, that depending on where you're shooting and what you're doing, you can make so many different changes in a really quick manner, which gives you a lot of versatility for this and allows you to stay compact. So one of the key pieces you're obviously going to need when you're shooting would be a light. And I recently picked up the Rotolight Creative Color Kit version 2, which phenomenal. It's very affordable, pretty good light. There's no dimming on it, so you got to use filters in order to to stop it down or so forth and so on. But it does come with a ton of different both, you know, CTOs and you know, all that type of stuff for filters and stuff, diffusion, as well as the Creative Color Kit comes with different color options that you can put in here to get colored light if that's what you're going for. This works on three AA batteries, which is again another cost-saving feature because you don't have to buy extra additional batteries to light this. I wanted to add that in because not only do you get an entire light that works phenomenally, easy to put on, easy to put off, but it runs pretty good battery life on 3 AA batteries, so can't beat that. But again, one of the cool things is it has two different mounts here that we can utilize, and both the cage can utilize them too. It has your normal shoe mount, which you can see on this cage is on two sides. It has two different sides of the shoe mount, so I can literally hook it up like this, and I can shoot this way. Okay. On top of that, if I combine some of the things I was talking about, I can actually use the 1/4-inch holes down here, screw in this, my universal accessory mount, and then I can put this on the side here. All right. And what does this do? I mean, I guess the best thing about this is now, instead of being, you know, kind of restricted to where the light is, I can use my grip stick right here, nice and easy, so I can maneuver this light at any particular time. So if I'm shooting, I can go this way, I can go from the side, and I can have it all go this way. And again, extremely light. Look at, I mean, extremely light and very versatile. I have access to all my buttons. I have access to my zoom. I mean my zoom. I have a prime lens on here. I have access to my focus. I have access to my aperture ring. So it really gives me a benefit. I can quickly change my lenses. I can access my SD card. I can access the battery. So that's what's awesome about this cage. So now I added these two options on. Well, the other thing I like to do is I had an extra Proteus, I'm sorry, not a Proteus, this is just a regular, the articulating grip. So the Cinovate articulating grip, and what I use this for is I just screw this in on the top here, as you saw before, because I like to change angles when I shoot, especially live events. So I like to shoot from up high, and then I like to shoot from down low. And this little stick gives me a great, it's an articulating grip, gives me a great range, and very, very, you know, pretty sturdy. And again, I can, you know, maneuver this and change this to any way I want, any angle I want, pretty easily here. So I can use this to make my stuff. And again, it does not really get in the way. It's easy to take off. I'm not using it, I just screw it off. If I, you know, want to move it over a little, or have it on the side, if that's your thing, you know, over here, or even on the bottom, I can screw on the bottom here. So that's really a good addition here because it gives you kind of a top handle for a pretty affordable price. And on top of that, we can switch this up now. So what's cool about this is, so let's say I'm gonna put this light on the shoehorn here, okay? Screw this here, and you can see how quickly and easily this all goes together. So I put this in here on the shoehorn. Ah, nice. All right. Okay. Sometimes on the Rotolight, these rings get close together. So anyway, I have it on the shoehorn here. Now I can use my articulating grip, add something on like the H4n, the H6n, or any other type of sound recording. You can add a little accessory with a mic holder to hold your mic. I mean, anything you want to add at all. And I just throw this on here. And again, any really way I want, because they got so many options and so many holes. Anywhere I feel like it's not going to get in the way and it's going to give me the best, you know, the best recording possible, I could do that this way. I could throw this on the other side so I can hook this directly into the camera, you know, and so forth and so on, or anything I'm using. And again, look, bang, here we are. I got my light. I have my additional sound recorder just in case it's necessary. I could throw a mic on here up top. I have another shoehorn option right here, so I can throw a mic on here nice and easily. As a matter of fact, one of the other things we added in, give me 1 second. So because this cage is so versatile, I could even add this piece by Velo here, which doubles up. Gives you 2 extra additional shoehorns on top of the cage. And I could add this up on top. I could put a mic rig up here, so I can hook my mic up directly in. Run a small XLR cable right to the H4n and have my mic right up top here, facing outward. Screw this over. And again, you can use multiple setups here. Most of the mic rigs come with the shoehorns, and that's really what's kind of interesting here is, again, not adding much weight, very versatile. Again, I can have the top handle on here also if I would have screwed it in first, because now I would have to screw it in first and then put the other piece on. But I could have the top handle on here too, so I can hold the rig, so forth and so on, and maneuver it this way. And the total cost for all this stuff, even with the Velo, I believe winds up right around $400. So again, you're talking about getting light with multiple diffusion, color temperatures, and even colors to utilize. A nice articulating grip, which is right here, as well as a universal accessory mount, which you can do things like mount your H4n on, mount your roto light on, or any other option that fits on a 1/4 inch. So it gives you really maximum versatility. And they also make, I put it in the list, there's an optional Proteus grip stick, which I can show you right here. This is like having 2 universal accessory mounts onto with a stick in between. So again, this is something that you can put up here to give you a little bit more versatility in what you're doing or where your screen is. I've even used this where I've had a screen. I have and it's, I mean, it looks kind of funny, but I have an OLED small HD monitor. It's about 7 inches, and I can literally put it right up top here and have the monitor up top. So if I do go low, I can see what I'm doing without having to flip up the OLED screen. Or I can come up high and then I have the OLED screen down low, so that I don't need the screen anymore. But normally I like to stay light with the run and gun, so I don't use a monitor, I would say 99% of the time. But it does give me the option if I wanted to do that. And something like this Proteus grip stick makes it nice and easy for me to put it on and maneuver it any which way I'd like to. Even the roto light, this is kind of a cool thing because it would give me more versatility in which way I can shape the light when I'm running around and shooting. So for an affordable cost, I mean, even if you're staying under $500, to get an entire rig with a cage, with the ability to put on sound and light and options and still stay compact and be able to run and gun and even put on different grips and stuff to hold it, I don't think you can get a better deal with the GH3. And it makes it extremely affordable that for less than the price of, say a $2,000 camera, you got both a camera that shoots 1080p 60p, you got a still camera as well, and you also got an entire cage and rig to work with light and so forth and so on. So I really don't think you can get a better quality deal when you're starting out than what all of this offers here, combining this combination. So thanks for watching, guys. This is Pete from the Cellar. Check out Memorama, which will be coming out soon, probably towards the end of the year, as we're looking right now, as the visual effects are running pretty heavy, but definitely worth it. All right, I'll talk to you soon.